Throw Gang, we are joined by the cargo short shaman, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself. Fashion weak, but the fits are strong, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys with today's full episode only available on
www.throwingfits.com, the number 2 fashion and beauty substack in the motherfucking world, bitch.
I think those are global charts.
Even if they weren't, I'm just going to say that. But okay. Yeah, because like there's mad people on Substack from all over the world, right?
Yeah, shout out the blokes, bro. Shout out the sick cunts and the blokes.
Those are 2 very specific types of people.
Shout out the Malaysian, shout out the Swagapinos, shout out the one guy in like Zamibia that bought pod shorts one time.
Oh,
I don't know if that country still exists. But yeah, shout out fucking global gang. So
throw gang worldwide.
Before we get into dying for our art, nearly dying for our art, seriously, look at Lawrence's face. New York Brand Week and gay wedding giddiness. Let's get into some quick housekeeping, Lawrence.
Another week, another reminder to save the date for the Throwing Fits Friends and Family Bazaar. It is returning the 21st of September.
21st of September. The location is 54 Sullivan Street, basically that church on the corner of Sullivan and Houston.
Mm-hmm. Why are we're like exclusively doing them in church basements? It's the best real estate in New York.
Because God told us so, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Paid Substack subscribers, you get fast lane, skip the line access.
Yeah.
So make sure you have your, I don't know, we'll just have your name. It's fine.
There's going to be a guy at the door that's going to like figure it out.
Yeah, we got 20 plus homies emptying their closets, giving you steals and deals and wheels. We're bringing back old homies, the fucking Blastics. We got some new homies in the mix. Dirty Waters on deck.
Oh, we didn't write it down. You want to tease the food?
No, not yet.
Oh, heavy hitters though.
No, not yet.
Oh,
nothing's locked in. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, but here's what is locked in. The whole thing is powered by CP Company. Shout out the fucking Milano Madmen.
Woo!
And we will be debuting something very special at the Bazaar.
Yeah, it's not even a big thing. It's a gigantic thing, and it is coming soon, and it is coming on September 21st.
I am so fucking excited to get to make room. But, I think find a second home and Bijan from Intramural, unfortunately, he can't be part of the Bazaar. But he just posted something where like somebody wrote a note to him about like, yo, thank you so much for giving me this, selling me this t-shirt that has like become like a sentimental item to me.
That's awesome.
And it's guys like you with your taste, with your friendliness, with your demeanor, everything that are like the reason why I love this shit. And I hope that we can provide many, many of those moments at the Bazaar, much like we did last year, much like we did the year before, the 3rd annual Throwing Fits Friends and Family Bazaar, September 21st, Saturday, I think 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., 54 Sullivan Street, paid sub, skip the line, Dirty Waters on deck, powered by Cheap P Company, debuting something fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun.
Speaking of sentimental Johns acquired via Beige and Intramural, 1/5 of my wedding anniversary gifts are actually from Bijan. Jenna got me
That's right.
Something's Gotta Give promotional t-shirt, which is a great movie that we both love. And I don't remember what anniversary you give Cotton, but Jenna likes to do like by the book type shit, but then being creative. And it's speaking of like a fucking sentimental relic, like that, boom, right there.
Well, I don't know what wedding anniversary is when you give her the iron. Watch out, bro. Watch out.
I mean, when a wife,
I gave my bitch the iron.
If a wife dies, the first guy they go to is the husband, dude.
Oh, I was talking about she's gonna kill you with a gun.
Oh,
yeah.
Is iron?
You don't think so?
Is iron actually a metal that you give for an anniversary?
I think so.
No chance.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to be the guy.
We've done this before. It's like wood. It's like feathers.
Wood was 5 because that was my most recent.
Give her the wood.
No, she. Okay. She got me, it's like a vintage Goyard, like it could hold a candle. We use it to hold a vase and put flowers in it, but it's like wood that's then wrapped in the Goyard leather.
Sick.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, maybe if you don't like it anymore, if you don't like it anymore, you can sell your wife's wedding anniversary gift to you at the Bazaar on September 21st.
Now that I think about it, it's like she goes by the book, but like I'm just then expected to be like, oh, you know what? This year's theme is like every other year, the most expensive piece of jewelry that you can afford.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily two-way street.
Price sorting Cartier low to high.
Something like that.
Well, look, Friends and Family Bazaar again, the 21st. It's a fun time.
It's awesome. Oh,
Fucking deals, bro. Like I'm going to have another, I think I'm going to run it back with the $10 bin.
so I was going to ask you thematically as we approach the starting line for the biggest event that not only do we throw, but like the biggest shopping event, biggest menswear shopping event, I want to say in like of the season in New York. Like I feel like we can stick our flag in the ground on that.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you, as you put stuff together, you have any like thematic things that we can like share and tease out for your selection.
No, but I'm assuming you're asking me that because you have an answer to that. I have not had the time to really go through, to really parse through the stuff that I have been, but I have been amassing stuff over the past year. And I got to find time between now and the 21st to do one final like push, one final purge to really just go like
push it to the limit.
Cold blooded, just calculating, just fucking kill all my children with the iron. And just like really, because I don't know about you, but like every John in my closet like has a personality, has a name, has a memory, has a story.
Totally.
I don't know what form of fucking mental illness that is, but it's some Toy Story shit.
Schizophrenia.
I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn off the schizophrenia. I'm gonna black the fuck out and just like fill up bins after bins after bins of good, tasty, juicy stuff.
What was your
mainly because it doesn't fit me anymore.
The only bummer about the Bazaar from a seller perspective, because we love kissing hands, shaking babies, wheeling and dealing. You can't shop. So I say that to say I didn't even like see the $10 bin that you had. What was that? Like tees? T-shirt, hats?
No, I don't remember. I haven't even fucking gone through my overflowing hat collection yet of what I got to add to that.
That's like what I have, I think, in my storage unit, that there's an entire like giant bag of hats that will be brought to the Bazaar. Too many hats.
Yeah.
I have to like turn down hat. People want to, you know what it is? Like so many people make, I feel like hats isn't even easier than a t-shirt. I want to say more
I
people.
don't know about that.
Well, either way, that's like the thing that more often than not.
I have not made hats. We made t-shirts.
True. I'm just saying that like people are always trying to offer hats and I'm like, yo, please let me clear out some hats before I bring in some new ones. And we'll be doing that on the 21st.
Yo, why are you trying to offer me some fucking head top, bro? What the fuck?
Okay.
Okay. Throwing fits. Friends and Family Bazaar, September 21st. Sorry. What are your themes of what you're selling?
Well, as always, name your price. Everything must go.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. That's definitely the strategy because I just don't have the time to like price stuff. Like Brandon.
No.
Okay, I mean some homies we've already said, but Brandon Mahler, who's been, I think this is his second year, third.
Yep.
All right. He has a fucking spreadsheet.
Damn. Well, okay. That
right?
That tracks with
like
him.
The vintage homies. And by the way, we have one homie that's flying in from LA for this. I guess I'll just say it. Varsity LA, one of LA's best vintage stores, is coming for one night only, one day only,
singular,
to sell at the Bazaar. He's bringing some fucking heat, and I gotta imagine that the more professional outfits like have like a more professional system than just like, what do you want to pay me, bro?
Well, that's their business.
Yeah.
You know, well, first of all, it's their business, and yo, that's none of my business, dude. They can do whatever they want. I just want to I want to find new homes. That's me, right? I want to it's like a fucking puppy adoption thing. Like just want to find a good, solid, loving home for all this stuff that I can no longer afford to keep.
I sold a scissor tee to a woman from not Houston, from Houston, from H-Town. And she, like a few months later, she's like, yo, I'm the woman that bought the scissor tee from you. What's good? And I'm like, oh, what's up? How is it? She's like, I fucking love it.
Where did you run into her again? In New York?
Some event. I don't know.
Oh, she's from Houston. She lives in New York.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. So mark your calendars, September 21st, 54 Sullivan Street. Get there early. There will be food. No names yet.
Sorry.
There will be.
I was just excited about one specific one.
Okay. Well, it's not locked in. There will be new homies, new and old.
Yeah.
There might even be some ephemera beyond just clothing. So get your ass down to 54 Sullivan Street on September 21st. That's all for the SGD. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
Okay. The shoes are A6 GT2160s.
The color, the Puta? The Puta?
Yeah, I was
is that the gunpowder?
The iron. When you were getting lunch, I was like just on the website being like, oh, let's see what new colorways dropped. There is a lot of heat in this model right now of both GR variety and the Kiko variety.
The 1050 USB-Cs that you can plug into your laptop.
GT2160. The socks are threadies. The rest of my very Eurotrash outfit, the cargo shorts are vintage Giorgio, the linen cargos. The shirt is also vintage Armani.
Did you go to the Kith Townhouse?
No.
Why not? Thought you were doing that.
I was like, everyone who listened to that episode, we were trying to be glass half full. We were trying to be, conscientious, good-natured podcasters, giving the GOAT and Ronnie Fogg the benefit of the doubt. Having seen all of it, it is absolutely horrendous dog shit. So I was not going to go to the townhouse. My biggest issue is this, right? I don't know if this could be blamed on Alessandro Michele's Gucci, but this idea of the suit tag being this big, fun branding moment on a suit when traditionally that's like the first thing that you fucking remove and seam rip.
Yep. We've all seen Industry Season 1. Well, not all of you. We have.
Yeah.
We were day ones.
I guess we're now at the point, no thanks to fucking the double G, that is now like a permanent like moment of branding on like tailoring that comes out of this like streetwear adjacent or streetwear specific world where like I'm pretty sure the tag on all of the Kith Armani suits is like a giant permanent leather tag.
Oh, you can't just like
I'm sure you could find a way to remove it, and if you bought that stuff, please do that. But this idea of that being a feature just makes it unwearable. I don't even care if it didn't say
I don't think
Kith or Armani.
I no longer think you're the target customer.
No.
You were.
And that's
now I'm realizing you're not.
So it's like, I guess if I had supported it, I would have maybe like done a little field trip and reported. Yeah. And came back and reported on the pod, but no, not gonna happen. I can't in good conscience fucking.
So you bought the Kith Armani you're wearing online. Got it. What's the pleaser?
Vintage Armani. Again, vintage.
Vintage pleaser?
No. Oh. Vintage Armani. You keep saying Kith Armani. Stop. You're confusing these impressionable young men and women at home.
Same shit.
No, it is absolutely not the same shit. The pleaser is Palace CK1. The hat is Hicks. I wore this today because of the nice little, I thought very apropos slogan on the back, which would apply to New York Brand Week.
Act like you've been there before.
Thank you. You said it. Cam said it. I'll say it as well. This is a week where a lot of people could learn to act like they've been there before.
I'm gonna ask you how one could act like they've been there before at when we talk Fashion Week a little later on down the road.
Oh, like tips and tricks?
Sure.
Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand. The sunglasses are thistles. Zin is cool mint 6 milligram. The Celsius was a fucking sparkling blue raz, dude. This shit was straight up fucking candy, dude. I fuck with this.
Astro Lube. Oh, Astro Vibe.
Astro Vibe. Gastroglide.
Yeah.
Hydro flask full of Lower East Side's finest. The underwear is Brady brand, and I'll throw it to you, James.
Wearing Our Legacy brown clove sneakers. Wearing Amazon socks, wearing MF Pen trousers, motherfucking trow, wearing a Prada performance zip-up polo from the homie Chad Senzel. Also, will be present at the Throwing Fits Friends
yes, he will.
Bazaar.
The street rack is being brought in.
I have not met. Yes, he's done that. Did he do that last year? I know he did it year one. He brought in the street rack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Year two, I don't know what he did.
No, because we provided. Oh, you know what?
No, we provided all 3 years, but year one, he's like, nah, I want to bring in the street rack. I'm like, all right.
So people could take a photo with it?
I don't know.
Is this the street rack?
Yeah. But I ran into him and I have not met. He might be, well, one, he's just like the best guy.
Yeah, so nice.
And two,
so sweet. So kind.
Such a sweetheart. And obviously just like impeccable fucking range and taste. What?
I was thinking, because we mentioned Bijan. Excuse me, and I'm thinking about some of the other vintage homies. They're all our vintage homies are so sweet and kind, which is funny because I feel like there's this archetype of the vintage guy is like a snob jerk off who like is going to tax you on his shit, is going to treat you like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about and or trying to buy. But our guys are the complete opposite.
Well, maybe guys like Kevin from Fantasy, Chad from Street Rack, fucking who else? Mildred Vintage. Maybe these guys are assholes, just not to us, because they want to be invited back to the Friends and Family Bazaar.
Oh, they want to stay friends and family with us.
Maybe these guys do have a fucking vintage hockey stick stuck up their fucking flat asses. I don't know.
Why, now they have flat asses too.
Yeah. No cake.
Okay.
Rob is top heavy. Rob's, he's got the big titties.
and Rob is fucking kind to everyone. I think this proves my point even further. I believe so.
I don't know.
They are.
You know what? I'm out on Rob.
No. How dare you?
I've only seen Rob be nice to me and nice to people in front of me. I've never seen Rob be nice to someone when I wasn't there because I wasn't there.
I've even maybe we talked about this when we spent the day with Rob shooting our Clark's collab. Like you and I might have been having like a moment of like petty gossip. He's like not even capable. He's like still just the nicest, sweetest guy. Like he can't be. I think you can't twist his arm into talking shit.
But I'm thinking that he was just playing nice because we were there.
Oh, maybe. Bro. I don't believe.
I think when we're not there, we don't know what's going down. Oh shit! Did I fuck this up?
No, you're fine.
We don't know what's going down when we're not there and Chad's there. We don't know what Chad's up to. But when I did see Chad, he was just like, yo, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
I've been like hoping you guys would like run it back.
Hoping
we are.
and
We never fail. We never take a day off. We've worked the last 3 out of the last 4 weekends. I've realized.
Yeah, dude, it's we have a real job.
That's going above and beyond. And then we will be working 4 out of the last 6 weekends come the Bazaar. But yeah, so I got this Prada polo from Chad Sandel.
Don't do that.
I don't know what that was.
I have no
Prada
idea.
polo. I can say it like that.
Chad Sandel.
Well,
You just sounded crazy. That's not even like it's not even racist or like whatever. It just sound like a psycho.
Well, you sound redacted. I sound cool.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Prada polo.
That's so cool.
Yeah. From Chad.
I don't know about you. I sound cool.
Shout out Chad. Sunglasses are Eckhouse Lata. Congrats on the show, guys. We could have been there. The ring is Bottega. The cuff is Bottega. The other cuff is Jill Sander. The boxers are Hanes. Sipping on. Oh fuck! I forgot my Diet Pepsi. Should I run out and chug in front of the camera like you do with the dirty?
I can hold.
Water? No, it's fine.
I can like tease out like this week's pod. Okay.
I don't want to run in front of our office mates.
All right.
Act a fool, yo.
What's your underwear?
Hanes
Boxers, as per usual, I guess.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I forgot to wear my Orally pullover because it's going to be a little nippy this evening. But I was running out the house real early with a box full of good stuff.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say.
Did you take an Uber?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't bike with that shit. Are you kidding
No,
me?
I know, but I guess I didn't realize because I took I took the bulk of it. Like my box was fucking full, dude.
Well, I had all the hangers too. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Touche.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So let's talk. We can't talk about what's in those boxes, but we can talk about
the shit in those boxes. is fucking no Prada polo in there.
But we can talk generally about it.
It's a vibe.
It's such a vibe, dude. It's a major motion picture.
It's an Oscar-winning fucking Hallmark original.
This shit. I would like to win. How do you get nominated for a Webby?
I don't know.
But this shit's gonna. Well, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Drink check complete. So we spent yesterday. It was a 10-hour shoot, 12-hour workday.
Mm-hmm.
Fair to say, right?
Door to door, 12 hours, virtually on set.
Yeah, 6:30 to 6:30, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a long day. It was a complicated day. It felt like it lasted 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment at like 4 o'clock. I'm like, wait, did that thing happen at 8 a.m. today? That was fucking
maybe
7 weeks ago.
Yeah, it definitely happened before 10 a.m. I know that.
Yeah. But the question that comes up is shooting a long ass video with a relatively complex narrative versus like what you normally see from brands. Honestly, I feel like Cam Hicks is probably someone that has probably shot like a brand video that is of equal like narrative complexity. And
our final product won't like be long necessarily, but the shots, the shooting,
it was very ambitious.
Schedule was complex.
It was very ambitious, and it was an idea that we had wanted to do for a minute, and it finally worked out with this project. And the question that shooting yesterday begs to ask is, are we not built for this? Because this was a lot, bro.
This is the first time in a while that we've been on a video shoot where we are both the talent and like the client. So like we're kind of in charge and then also looking to be directed as actors. What I learned about myself is that if you and I are writing a dialogue heavy script, we planned out the jokes, we've kind of like run through it when we've pre-pro'd it, and then we're on set delivering the lines. That's like the thing where I've said in the past, acting is easy. Now, when you remove most of that dialogue and you're trying to actually do like expressive acting, at least for me, I am like really bad and not capable.
Yeah. You're also pretty bad at taking literal direction when it comes to your left and your right.
Excuse me?
Where I don't think I saw a few times going like this. Like,
oh, shut the fuck up. No way, dude.
L's left, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
We had some cameos, and there might have been some miscommunications in some of those very, physical, expressive acting scenes where I might have my right, his right. It gets a little confusing.
I'll say this. We shot on film, right? So we had a limited amount of resources and time in the
literal feet.
In the amount of film to use. I don't know if this was that they had like listened to the podcast or had watched our other videos and like, use this to inform their shoot schedule, or if we just got lucky. I'm glad that we shot your stuff in the beginning of the day because we had like the most film possible, right? Versus in the afternoon, it was like, oh, we got 6 feet of film.
Are you talking about like I require more takes because I'm bad at my job?
I didn't say you're bad at your job.
All the stuff in the morning was easy because it was more based on like movement. It wasn't like, okay, close up. You got to do this with your eyes. I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm not Barry Peppers.
I'm a fucking podcaster, dude. I don't know if I could like give you the kind of expressive eye movement that you require.
No, it's fine.
Seems like it's not.
No, it's fine. It's just
I was mad at myself too because like something happened on the subway. With there's mad pedestrians. We're like shooting without permits. We're going guerrilla style, and we have like. Okay, was that a spoiler? Anyway, there's like
no. Just
but it's like I have like 2 takes to like be an actor. I'm like, bro, I don't act. Like
just be. It is funny. Like
no, but you can't just be because it was supposed to not be naturalistic in that moment.
No, because you took this shit. So you took this shit really seriously, which I really appreciate and loved watching. But it was also like I was like, yo, stop overthinking it.
Oh, maybe
it's analysis paralysis, bro. You're like asking the director for all this direction before you even start. And it's like, and you're like, wait, but what if my eyes are open, but my mind is closed? Like, where is my mind?
I wish I had said
so
that.
I'm going left, but then it's to his right. And then like his phone is in his left. And then like, who's right? Who's wrong? And I'm just like, yo, stop. Just do it.
You know what made
just
me
flow, bro. Just flow.
You know what kind of made me overthink it is because like, obviously as someone whose favorite thing in the world is cinema. And I was able to do the location scouting with the director and the DP and you weren't available. Like I kind of like was in like a producer mindset. So then I'm like, I think I was thinking too much as like someone who's like, I'm not really like, what is our responsibility? We're there to be in the video and then like we're footing the bill for all the shit, right? Like we're not necessarily like the artists per se. Well, I mean, maybe if you consider actors artists, which like they are, but like I feel like I was almost maybe too in the weeds when you're right. I maybe should have removed myself. I'm not a producer.
Yeah, you're definitely way. You're way too into it.
Into it?
In a way where you're just like you kind of trip yourself up sometimes, literally when you was like and you just fall over. There was one moment where you banged the camera into the cameraman's face and he started bleeding. That was cool.
Yeah, you did that too later in the day.
I did, but not bleeding.
There's one camera that we were using that like fucks with the perspective. It's like a crazy wide shot, like the lens in this like old style camera. And I think it fucks up the perspective of whether it's the DP who's doing it or the director. And like they like didn't, it's hard to then when you're trying to film to like and there's not really any spotters, right? It's a small crew. There might have been like one, PA who's like doing that, right? And if he's not available,
I mean, I didn't see you injure this guy.
How did you injure the director? Because you did the same thing.
He wasn't injured.
He had. Wait, did you not see them take the selfie?
We don't have to get into this who done it. Who he said, she said.
No, but
I was running up some stairs, and because it was at the end of the day, temper's a little short. I think that somebody was like, you know what, you just do it. And so the director took the camera, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And we hadn't rehearsed or ran through him doing it. So he like whipped around in a moment when no one was expecting him to. And so he kind of like hit my leg.
Oh,
with the camera.
So he did it to himself.
I'm not saying that, but act like you've been here before.
They both
you just ran straight into the guy?
No, I think there's a scene where some physical contact is made. I think I hit someone into somebody else. It's like a domino effect.
They're like, all right, Lawrence, like, just pantomime the hit. I'm like, yo, he's going to lower the boom, bro. You cannot. I've had to be like, hey,
I method act.
I've had to tell you, and this is true. I'm like, yo, don't dap me as hard as you can. Don't slap my back as hard as, don't like wind up. Right.
Is this only
and
happens
I told this to,
on camera?
Or I told this to, yes. And you're like, well, we got to film it. And I'm like, no, you don't. And I told him, I was like, yo, like get grounded, like lower your center of gravity. He's gonna fucking, he doesn't know how to like.
Here
tap.
comes the boom. Ready or
Boom.
not. Hit stick.
Yeah. I think you gave him 5 booms in that you
I wonder if he like
lowered the boom 5 times.
I wonder
it took
if
10 takes.
there was any permanent physical damage that was
maybe some
levied.
bruising.
What I wanted to say is it was
Yeah.
very funny. I don't know if you saw this because I think you might have left, but when we were having like the wrap up beers on the street and packing up, both the DP and the director took a selfie of both their injuries. So that's how I knew that the
Did he have a
director.
black eye, the director?
No, he had. They both just have cuts in the middle of their forehead.
The director didn't have a cut.
I mean, I literally saw it, and I saw them take the selfie together. So I don't know what to tell you.
All right, I'll ask him. The day started off with a bit of an omen in that the director who brought his car drove through a steaming pile of human dookie, and
Yeah,
it was like all up in the treads of the tire and like sprayed up on like the driver's side door.
Yeah.
And normally it's like, okay, shit, sure. But like I was just chatting with the director like near his car and it was just like, Jesus Christ, in a fucking sewer main break?
you can smell it in the car when we were driving later too.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm so sorry. Like I drove through some shit. And it's like, no, bro, you drove through that. Like, how do you not see that? It's like a street hazard.
Clearly some like constipated, heroin addict or opioid addict like had it fucking saved up and then just dumped out the fucking mother load.
Yeah.
And it actually, I saw it happen when he pulled up. I was the first one there. And this is before you arrived. And it was actually
Flex.
like, I'm always early. If you're not in a half an hour early, you're late. I was really excited to shoot. And then once I'm up, I'm like just trying to get out of the house at that point too. I'm not trying to like linger. But anyway, that's neither my morning schedule's neither here nor there.
Try and get out of the house as soon as you can.
It wasn't like a fresh, hot steaming pile. It was like a turd that had been there, but him like driving over it with his monster Pathfinder wheels, just like then like opened it up and released like the whole turd. It was
Bro, how do you not like skid out in like 360?
Bro, it was
a lot of dookie.
It might have been the biggest human shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. It was out of control.
There's another one where, so in one of the scenes, I like barreled down the street on a bike, and like the street is like on a hill. And there's another one where there's another instance of human defecation where it was just this like puddle of like shit. It was just like a puddle of shit.
That's gross.
And it was like khaki colored. It was like nasty. It was like the color of this table. It was fucking.
Oh, it's almost gray, dude.
Yeah, it was.
That's unhealthy, dude.
It was unhealthy.
That is.
It didn't look like this man was eating a lot of fiber, or I assume it was a man, not eating a lot of fiber.
That's a man-sized
Not
shit if I've ever
really,
seen one.
Sampling the bounty of summer's harvest. This was like if you just fucking ate Wingstop for 10 years, you would have this shit.
Maybe
it was horrendous.
Maybe there's something in the air this time of year because someone at the NN07 dinner who had come into town from fucking Copenhagen, I imagine, right? That's where they're based.
Yep.
Mentioned that like they saw. Like they were, I'm in New York. This is great. It's beautiful. They saw somebody defecating as well outside.
Well, I famously had to, on my birthday, when I brought this many years ago, was bringing a lady friend back to my place. I opened up the front door of my lobby. This is like in an old building.
Mm-hmm.
And in the kind of foyer, like the second door's locked, but in that foyer area, someone had taken just a massive, massive dump. And I had to be like, I'm so sorry. We're going to jump over this 3-foot high pile of shit.
Does that kill the mood?
No, we smashed.
Or like that like that's you being gentleman. What didn't like
I was like,
Travis,
lady, can I put my coat over the dookie?
Yeah, didn't Travis Kelce just do this? Like I saw something on fucking
Travis
Twitter.
Kelce put his Gucci hat over the shit.
Yeah, he put the Gucci bucket over the dookie. The Gucci dookie.
Yo, so there's this like it was like a
Damn, from Gucci to Gucci, dude. Good for you, bro.
It was like a baking tray's worth of like shit. Just because
that's so much poop.
Yeah, but it's like it was in this like weird because it was all liquid because it was in this kind of like weird like rectangle shaped like kind of crack in the ground because it was on a hill.
Mm.
And some chef from like the kitchen of the restaurant that was like just came out and he's like, oh fuck my life. Brought a big ass bucket and started like splashing it out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yo, there's now a fucking river of shit.
Oh, he made it worse.
Well, better for him.
It gets worse before it gets better, you know.
Better for him, but I'm like, literally shit runs downhill.
Yeah,
and the shit was running downhill. This man created a fucking poo-poo river where I'm like, well, I have to bike down the street and I can't, I was like swerving. I was like kind of like, going back and forth. I was like, well, I can't go to the left side now.
Oh, we're talking back about Chinatown, not how it was cleaned out of your lobby.
No. The
Who took care of the lobby shit?
I have no idea.
Literally.
It was kind of gone the next morning, I think.
Thank God. Just disappeared. The poop fairy.
But yeah, the poop fairy had not arrived to this baking tray full of dookie. And yeah, again, the photo shoot was just like surrounded by shit.
I think the vibe we're going for, like, not that the video is scatological by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like that's like the kind of like, I'm not going to say where we're shooting. I don't want to give anything away more than we already have, but that's like some nice kind of like, concrete jungle, kind of like, Killer Be Killed style kind of like ambiance that I think will play well. And I hope like had an effect.
I think
on
it put us
our
in the right
mentals.
mindset for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
It was a long day, and like it started off. So we were shooting some, not to give too much away. We were shooting some stuff that is fall, winter, seasonally appropriate.
Oh yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And it started off as like a kind of chilly day. We got lucky with the weather. We had to reschedule. We didn't get to watch a single minute of football. We didn't get to watch a single minute of men's tennis. Although I was like on Hulu a little bit on my phone, just watching like Blurry Sinner just destroy fucking Taylor Pricks. Watch the Giants get ass fucked. Well, actually, I didn't watch them.
Fucking brutal, dude.
Not even worth.
When's the draft?
Not even worth trying.
Shit is fucking rap. But you made a great point. I'm sure you said this before, where it's like, well, I don't need to like give any of my, precious weekend time to the Giants now, knowing that they're just going to get fucking stomped out every fucking Sunday.
Speaking of Danny Dookie ass, not getting a single minute of my Sunday. But we're wearing fall winter stuff, and eventually the day warmed up.
Yeah.
It was a shorts and t-shirt type of day, and
maybe even hotter in direct sun. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we shot at Bernie's. Shout out Bernie's, and thank you for letting us shoot there. And shout out Jack, and shout out Taylor, and shout out Oliver,
and shout out to everyone who
shout out Marty, and shout out Missy.
Shout out everyone who said hi when we were shooting. Shout out to everyone who papped us up.
Well,
you'll see.
Don't shout out except for the guys that were like watching us, but like with their like radio blasting. That was fucking annoying because they're like, well, we can't shoot until you like turn that shit off.
Yeah, you guys got to fucking bounce.
But so we're just sitting there in like heavy ass clothes in the direct sun. Like, look at our face. I'm sure you can tell from our faces. Like, I got burnt. You got burnt.
You got burnt. Jenna told me, she's like, oh, it looks good. She's like, you got some color. I'm like, I mean, fucking red, but yeah, this will turn into tan, I guess, eventually. Hopefully. Inshallah, dude.
Yeah, just in time for us to shoot more fall winter stuff.
Yeah.
We'll look nice and tan.
I mean, shit, dude. We worked that into the budget. We're like, yo, if it was a photo shoot, can I go get like a spray tan?
Sure, bro. Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the most fucking champagne problem ever, but I do think that like shooting, I mean, we've had to shoot spring stuff in like February.
I'd rather do that every time. If you had to choose. I'd always rather be colder than hotter. Always.
It's just so funny. Like there is an element of acting when you're shooting outside. And I know that everyone thinks that like models don't have it hard, don't have it tough. I will say it does, or like acting too. Mm-hmm. It does really suck when you have to like not be cold and act as if you're warm. And whether on video or photo, and vice versa. Like when you're dripping sweat down your fucking ass crack, contributing to the poo-poo river, but you have your own poo-poo river going. But you are in like pretending that it's like, oh man, chilly fall day.
You're never supposed to let them see you sweat. And that's kind of hard to do when you're like layered up, but it's like 76 in the sun.
Yeah, kind of hard when the proof in the pudding is my base layer when I took it off was just like a back sweat.
And the shit we're shooting is like such a high level shit that it's made so well. Like it's like, yo, this shit will actually keep you warm. And in this case, you're like, okay, well now I'm fucking sweltering. The Johns are too good.
There's a point because like, so I live 2 blocks from Bernie's, not to dock myself, but
I think that's pretty clear. You are the mayor.
After that, we were shooting like mostly your stuff, and this was one of the scenes that was like taking a long time for various reasons. We had to shooting in New York City. You had to shoot around a lot of people. It was a beautiful one of the last summer days. People are out blasting music. There's like a million fucking mopeds and Uber delivery drivers and shit. So you had to like wait for them to pass, but I was like, yo, I want to go home so fucking bad.
Yeah. Bro. You're right. You're right there.
So close.
What was it?
They're like, okay, so the next train's coming 10 minutes. Like, I could be home in 10 minutes.
Kudos to you for like, being that extra like set of hands, because this is the first time in a long time that I feel like we've done a piece of content, photo shoot, video, otherwise, where we were not in it together, really. There's obviously a scene, like whatever, that we're together, but a lot of it was kind of like these two separate parallel narratives, right?
Just let me go home, bro.
And you really could have. But yo, shout out to you for being another fucking, hand on deck, dude.
I gotta watch the monitor and be like, yeah, we got it.
And then from there, and it wasn't even like, okay, like we're wrapped, I can finally go home. Then we went to my crib.
Yeah.
I actually got the good situation where we ended and I just walked home up the stairs.
Yes. Let me ask this though.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't shoot in your. Did we shoot in your apartment?
No, I mean I had when I did the location scouting with Evan and Andy, the DP and director respectively. Cinematographer. How's that? That's better. That's less of a pause-worthy title. Okay. You know, director of photography is a cinematographer, right? You knew that?
Oh wow. Thanks.
Just a little piece of intel for all our friends at home and our friends here. But yeah, they were in my apartment that day. They met my dog. They were hanging out, using the bathroom, getting some water. Just a little HQ situation.
I want to ask you this: was it stressful? Okay, so we were in your homie's crib, who lives in your building, right? Was it stressful having a bunch of strangers and a bunch of like equipment and a bunch of like unknowns in your personal? Let's just call it your home space. Because you were also we were shooting in your lobby. You were like so protective.
Well, I did not clear any of this with my building, and like,
what are they gonna do? Kick you out?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what
raise the rent.
I don't know what my lease fucking says, bro. And like you were fucking with something, like because that's what was called for in the script. But like you could have broken something, right? Just based on like what the action we were doing.
No.
Maybe no, you don't think so? Come on, bro.
Definitely not.
All right. How many?
You think pressing the elevator button a million times in 2 minutes is gonna break it?
I'm pressing, smashing, jamming, maybe. Bit more accurate. Though it was funny that I was okay. Before, let me just talk about the lobby.
Guys, woman with the stroller coming. Let's make a hole. Let's make a hole for the woman with the stroller.
The amount of people, because you go in and out of your lobby, you don't like necessarily loiter there. I never realized like how, because there's a lot of people that live in my building, just in a 10-minute, 15-minute span, how many people are coming in and out. To me, I was like, what the fuck?
Now you know what it's like to be a New York doorman.
Yeah, no, for real, dude.
Yo, you got a list?
yeah. Who do you know here? Hold on. Who do you know here?
Yo, guys, child with a dog. Child with a dog.
Yo, we have a giant fucking rig, and if you have a stroller or a dog, the rig needs to be fucking pulled back, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you have, I know that you were always,
I want to answer your question.
You had like empathy or sympathy. I guess not empathy because you couldn't have empathy. You had sympathy for the fact that I had to host you twice a week, strangers at least once a week, maybe twice a week. How many photo shoots do we do in my apartment?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
To your point,
do you now have more empathy for me?
100%. I guess I never, no, seriously. The boys onlys where we're like, I'm coming over, where I used to come over and we would rearrange everything. Definitely like, I could see that is annoying as hell. And I know I have a reputation as being like a bull in a china shop
and taking giant shit
and we've
knocking over art. Yeah.
Taking a Chinatown heroin addict style shit just right in the fucking.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm sure your bowel movements are real healthy when you're on a diet of Zyn and Celsius vibes.
Yeah, but I'm not constipated from opioids.
Hey man, sorry, I just dropped some vibes in the bathroom back there.
I think Zyns make you dump out the nicotine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is like the style of shit that we encountered in the street on set was the kind of shit that you only get after being blocked up for like a week, dude.
I want to know.
And then you fucking release. Anyway, the boys only stuff, annoying.
About 1.5 years into using Zyn, I started getting severe diarrhea, like 10 trips a day.
What?
Anytime I ate, I immediately had to run to the bathroom. I guess you don't eat, so that's good. This is on
I don't have this problem.
This is on r/quitting Zyn. I'm going to send you this subreddit.
Please,
you can fucking
please do
get inspired.
So the boys only thing, okay, that's annoying, but I definitely don't think that you probably had like stress levels from that. The strangers and sometimes a big group of them in the building, I guess I never really thought about how, fucking stressful that really could be for you. And you put up with that for 4 years, you know?
4 fucking years.
Yeah, dude. Maybe you deserve recognition in the round of applause.
Thanks.
I don't know if that's picking up on the mic. Sounds like I'm just fapping. I'm being serious, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, that shit sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care having the director.
It sucked for 4 years.
I don't care having the director and cinematographer in my apartment to like use the bathroom and get like a glass of water because we've been scouting all day.
Should have taken a shit.
But a crew of 8 dudes and giant machines in my lobby. Yeah, that's like, okay. Can we be cognizant of the time here, fellas.
Right.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, it was. It'll be worth it though. I think.
Oh, dude,
when
100%.
When you see the final
I can't
product,
wait.
it'll be a lot of fun,
And it'll be out sooner rather than later. I mean, this shit is all happening.
Yeah, and it is fun to kind of like write a little story and make your stories happen.
Yeah,
make your little stories happen.
I'm trying to. I don't remember. It's almost like not that we have like a running ideas of like a note or something or like a list, but this is something that like we've wanted to like. It's an homage to a certain style or genre of stuff that people would be familiar with, and it's cool that we finally got to like cross off the list and like execute at a very high level.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah,
and we get to fucking.
Oh, here's something. Dig In fucking sucks dick.
Maybe you ordered wrong.
No, I ordered what you always order, just the platter, chicken over rice and 2 sides.
I hadn't had Dig In since like we left like the quote unquote corporate world, because there used to be one by, I'm trying to think, I guess Complex, one of the Complex offices, right?
There's one by Snapchat.
I mean, there's a ton of Dig Ins, obviously, but
there's one. It wasn't near Snapchat, but I would use going there as an excuse to leave my desk because I fucking hated that job in that office. So I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go pick up. It's a nice day out, and just like it's a 10 block walk. In fact, I think I went like 2 past. Like there's one closer, but I went to like the further one
just to do a lap. Yeah,
just to feel something.
But the menu is completely I not completely changed, but it seemed like a new menu. I got the crispy chicken sandwich. It was fucking good, dude. I'm not even digging. I have no fucking allegiances. I'm just saying.
Dig in, more like dig in my ass, bro, for a fucking.
Did you finish it?
A turd nugget. Yeah, because I was starving. I didn't eat any of the rice, but I was like, they forgot all the sauces. They didn't put any utensils.
Yep. Okay, that's fair.
So it's like some dry ass chicken with some broccoli and some fucking charred up sweet potatoes. Yeah. Horrendous.
I guess if you wanted to go home, get a sandwich.
Just get the plate, or whatever. Do whatever you fucking want, but get the sauce. That's what it was. It's like, this whole time I was just using chicken as a vessel for the hot sauce.
Everyone like picked like all their sauces because I heard some.
You're the only one that got a sandwich, and so when the food arrived, you were the only one that was able to eat. We had to wait another like 30 minutes for someone to like show up with like utensils.
Not even that, but everyone, all the custom like pestos and hot sauces and everything that people want, they just sent like 20 like mayos.
Yeah,
that was so like what the
I
fuck?
Used them,
just to get a little lube.
Yeah,
a little
so dry.
Gastroglide.
Well, it was a garlic aioli, but yeah.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Sure.
Okay.
I love garlic aioli on my charred broccoli.
I guess I just love Dig In. I don't know what to say, bro.
Dig in my dick. Dig in my urethra, bro, and find some piss and go fucking take a shower. Anyway, that was a fun Sunday. It actually was fun. It was long.
Dude, it's just if there's a way to do that in half the time, I would have.
There is. Nail your takes in half the time.
Bro, you're talking about one specific thing, and it was very crowded. Well, they're all this. Okay, whatever. We don't need to get into this. People can.
No, I think what's cute and also a little like, okay, is like these film guys, right? They get some budget. They get to play around with some new toys.
Yeah. And
early on, when we have all the time in the world, and we have all the film in the world, and we have all the takes available in the world,
ahead of schedule.
And we're ahead of schedule. It's like, oh no, let's shoot it with that camera.
Yeah.
Let's shoot it from this angle. Let's also get coverage over here. And it's like, come on, boys. Come on.
Yeah.
I got some fucking digging to shove up my ass.
I mean, that's like, we're the client and we hire a director, but like we're also on camera. It's just hard. It's hard to the chain of command is completely like amorphous.
Yeah. It's also, I think that these crews are usually kind of cobbled together and like you haven't worked together. You don't know each other's style. And look, these guys are all great, but it's like, everyone is trying to do their job to the best of their ability. But at a certain point, it's like, this is a pure hypothetical, pure example. It's like, yo, lighting guy, get the fuck out of here. Yo, sound guy, shut up. Like,
get the boom out of the frame, dog.
I mean that. Just like, yo, cinematographer, we're shooting it with one camera and one camera only.
Yeah. It was that second camera that ended up being like a fucking a weapon used against the filmers that like started complicating things where it's like we want to take with the what was it called, a Botex?
I don't know, bro.
Some crazy shit.
But it was whatever. It's totally fine. It's just like they are kids in a candy store because they aren't, for the most part, these video crews. It's not their stuff. They're renting it, right? And so like they're like, oh shit, I get to fuck around with the Bowflex. Hell yeah, bro! I'm a Bowflex the fuck out of this shit.
That's exactly.
And then you get splashed, and then you get splashed with a poo poo river, and then all of a sudden, like, what happened to your plan? So
No, all that
It was
matters,
just a lot of that.
All that matters is the final product is gonna fucking smash, dude. I like now
There's a
that
lot
it's
of-
done.
yeah.
Now that we're like, now we wrapped. It's just like, yeah, I can't wait.
My brain was so fried. I went to the wrong restaurant for dinner when I was meeting someone. I went to there. I was like, where are you? They're like,
Damn,
I'm here.
dude.
I'm like,
That's very
fuck,
unlike
where
you.
am I?
You don't play when it comes to Jimmy. Doesn't play when it comes to his restaurant.
It's
reses.
I was trying to go to King and I went to Dane.
How did you even have it in you to then like have a conversation with another human being after that?
That's what I do for a living, brother.
Yes.
So, what food are you fucking with on the menu?
That's honestly, that's the truest thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
It is your fucking job, dog.
The menu madam, the ordering overlord, the fucking appetizer admiral,
There it is. All right.
the entree chief. Yo, let's talk about fucking New York fuck week, bro.
Yeah. I don't
Can
know.
I say
Yeah, go off.
Fashion Week? Okay. Yo, I missed the old Fashion Week. Honestly, why didn't someone should make those shirts?
I mean, you make Fashion Week great again.
Make Fashion Week great again. Bring back Fashion Night Out so kids can fucking riot in Soho.
You don't know what you have till it's gone Fashion
and
Night.
destroy cars and
Yeah.
get into fights at A-Life with ASAP Mob.
That shit was
and,
a fucking Netflix
Oh,
original.
I got fucking decked in the face at that ASAP Rocky concert at Santos. Remember that?
Mhm.
Woke up in, I don't know where, somewhere deep in Brooklyn. I think I still have CTE. I think that's why my memory is such dog shit.
Mhm.
That was cool.
That was during Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was Rocky's like big come out moment at Fashion Week. Because like Peso,
Yeah.
all that was like the summer.
Was there like a corp sponsor attached to that, or was it more guerrilla style?
It was just at Santos Party House. Shout out Despot.
But like normally, like someone would have the foresight to like get their logo on the fucking flyer or something, you know.
I think it was before it like this.
But Fashion
Right
Night,
around that-
by the way, Fashion Night Out was a big corporate thing. By the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it was started by Vogue. But that was like kind of, and that wasn't actually Fashion's Night Out, this Rocky concert.
Oh,
It's just
okay,
like,
sorry.
yo, Rocky is the toast of the town. He's the hottest shit right now. And he's just performing at Santos. And then like ASAP J
Scott,
R.I.P. Is that who was our guy? I don't think so. It was a different guy.
Who like Barr was liaising with?
Yeah, then I was texting with at one point and he's like,
it's. I'm almost positive it was Jay Scott, who was like an older member of.
it wasn't. It
All
was
right.
another, it was Jay something. And he's like, yo, come to the Suburban. Let's smoke a blunt. And I'm like, what? Hell yeah. And I'm like, on my way over, pretty drunk. And then all of a sudden, like,
Attacked.
I'm like teetering through this crowd. And like Rocky had gotten up on like through the sunroof. I think he was standing on the roof of the SUV. And there was like people like screaming at him because, you know, no, it's the typical shit where it's like hometown hero, but then you have like the hometown ops and people are like screaming, fuck Harlem. And he's screaming like, fuck you back. And Rocky likes to fight. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm like, ugh, I'm like, kind of like, you know, just teetering through this crowd, stumbling through this crowd, and then just bam, fucking knocked out.
Damn, dude. Brutal.
Not knocked out, but like got punched.
Got duffed.
Got punched, like didn't like fell to my hands, not my hands and knees, pause. And then just like staggered to the train. And then I must have just passed out on the train and woke up in like deep on the 2-3. I don't know why I was saying
Crazy.
2-3, but had to take it back.
I'm almost positive that was Jay Scott.
Okay. Sorry that's the one detail you were stuck on. It wasn't though. It was Jay Boogie.
Who's Jay Boogie?
Our guy.
Okay.
It was not Jay Scott. It wasn't.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was not. Yeah. When he died, it was like not him.
Okay. Jay Boogie's alive and well.
It wasn't anyone that was like officially ASAP affiliated.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like, it was like Rocky's guy like early on. But anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't got to look it up on Wikipedia.
I'm not.
Fashion Week though, it's become this weird thing. And yes, the dominating narrative is like New York Fashion Week is fucking bullshit. It's not even real. It's all about Paris Fashion Week. And yes, let me just say though, the wrinkle this year, at least for a few angles on it, is New York Fashion Week during an election year is fucking like brings out the extra craziness of everything.
It's a tough scene, bro.
I get it. Look, you know, important election coming up. I'm not going to be an edgelord and be like, oh, I'm not even fucking voting. It doesn't matter. 2-party system. I'm voting for Kamala. You know, I'm not what.
I'm not voting you. It's fucking too. No, I'm kidding, but that was just funny. You felt like you had to qualify that.
That's fine. No. I'm not going to be one of those guys. It's like, yo, it doesn't even fucking matter, bro. I'm not voting.
Right,
Is
but
that-
you
is
have
that
to.
gonna
But you have to. You're being clear that you're not that guy.
Yes, but I will
what I mean.
criticize New York Fashion Week and Vogue and Anna Wintour being like, let's all get behind
the march,
Kamala.
the rally. Yeah,
There's a I mean, New York Fashion Week kicked off with like a political march where this old British woman is like
Right.
waving an American
Well, she's got to
flag.
be a citizen now, right?
I think so.
She's so powerful for show. She's like best friends with the Obamas. You know they fucking expedited that green card.
Fashion is our future was like the tagline. The t-shirts were dog shit.
They're so bad.
Get Cam Hicks to design some shit.
Honestly.
Get our boy Aaron at Brigade to design some fucking merch.
What was the shirt where it's like the circle and something was crossed out, right? Mike, what did they cross out?
Fashion is our future, then every O was just like a solid black circle.
Terrible.
Really bad.
I think they made Anna Wintour throw one on over her like fucking Dior couture.
Yeah, and then it's just like opportunities to like I see some like reel on Vogue's IG where it's like, what does fashion is our future mean to you?
Yikes.
And some like model just asking, and it's like, fashion for our future means get out and vote. It's like, all right, thanks.
Oh, so okay. This is how stupid the messaging is, because I'm literally like, yeah, how is fashion gonna make the planet better? Because it's just killing it. But it really is just the fashion industry is publicly caring about the election. That's what we're talking about.
I think
with political
my super
affiliations.
cynical view is that the fashion industry is currying favor so that they will get like some fucking some not kickbacks, but some like favorable treatment.
Absolutely.
In future legislation and tax breaks,
lowering the working age, lower the minimum wage,
increasing trade ties with China.
Yeah.
Maybe Anna Wintour is gonna fucking end the trade war with China just by herself.
I mean, dude, she's that powerful.
But then she fashion's for our future, and then she'll like leave early, take a chopper out to Flushing, watch a tennis match.
Yeah, it's not that like her personal schedule has no care for the future whatsoever.
Right.
We're gonna fucking burn as many fossil fuels as possible, sell fucking as many Johns as necessary, but when it comes to, fucking hearings, tribunals, things of that nature, you want to curry favor. I get it, dude. She's playing the game like she's always played the game.
Fair.
But the fact that there was a march is insane.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who went to that shit?
No.
Okay.
Only by necessity.
Oh, yeah.
And also covered. And to cover it.
Yo, honestly, we might have fucked up by not going and showing our support, because we now also, because it's like a trickle down of currying favor, Right.
Well, we did get invited, and then we can talk about kind of like where, I don't know, like as Fashion Week has like evolved into like various like strata, like kind of like where we are, which honestly might not be a bad thing, that it is kind of like separating the wheat from the chaff or whatever. We did get invited to, and this was incredible, and this was the only other kind of like overt political fashion week thing. KHQ, New York Fashion Week by invitation only. Join us for an immersive experience and party Saturday, September 7th, 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. +1s upon request. Hosts Aurora James, Eva Chen, and notorious bed shitter from Ozempic, I imagine, Derek C. Blasberg. Harris Walls on the bottom. And again, I'm voting for Kamala. I don't know about you. I'm saying that, right? I'm not, necessarily making fun of that.
I'm not trying to get political on the show.
Okay, Trump.
No, dude. Come on, bro. Everyone knows I'm a good guy and my heart's in the right place.
Let's see. This Fashion Week event will underscore the freedoms at stake in this election and be an opportunity for more people to get involved in the effort to elect Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. The event will feature activations for guests to learn more about core issues on the ballot, like reproductive freedom and the dangers of Trump's Project 2025. So the intentions are there,
right? I'm laughing because when you see, we did not go to this, by the way.
Education, voter mobilization, these are all great things. Getting the message out. We didn't go, but I showed you a video that someone took. Some fucking German twink posted this video that was like, he's like, this is dystopian as fuck. So like
that guy was like a full Sprockets caricature.
The video, like there's like a video wall where he's like, wait for it, and just says like abortion rights are hot.
It was the DJ booth. It was an LED screen on the DJ booth, and it was like clip art flames, and then I'm sure a bunch of other fire slogans.
There's a giant Jenga, but the Jengas were like reproductive rights issues, so it's like cutting cutting DEI jobs.
Yeah, it was like a big Jenga set where like the blocks were issues, so you could like pull out the issues that matter.
If one of these goes, the whole thing topples.
It was a very obvious metaphor.
There was a couch that just said JD Vance's couch.
Yeah,
very
what was the
very complex messaging and issues are at stake here, including the myth that this guy fucks a couch.
My favorite. Well, One, I was going to ask, what is it called? The machine that measures your punch strength.
That's what it's called.
Okay. They just had that and there was just a sign for, what is like punch out racism?
It was like knockout abortion, knockout pro-life people. I don't know, bro. Like
this is how hard you can punch a pregnant woman in her belly who wants to abort her child. And it's her body and her choice.
Right. Only 700 PSI. Sorry, just fetal injuries. No abortion.
Yeah, there was like obviously mad Instagrammable moments, and there was two walls. There's the wall of hotties, which is like Google images.
Hotties for Harris.
So it's like the celebs that endorse her, like Megan Thee Stallion, and then obviously like
James Harris,
and like obviously Tim Walz, and then anyone who like fucking supports her. And then there was the other side of that coin is the wall of weirdos. Yeah, and I love that the pic they used of Trump, which is a German sprocket twink highlighted, was like the one where he's like super derped up, and I'm like, that's low key ableist if we're splitting hairs here. That you use that picture of Trump.
Are you not going to vote for Kamala Harris?
No, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there was a period where like I was super apathetic, maybe before Biden dropped out. And while like I'm not happy with the two-party system either, like I'm not going to sit here and publicly tell any impressionable people that like I'm too cool to vote.
Grazed, not phased. Trump 2024 says a t-shirt that I saw on a guy wearing.
Really?
A guy wearing it.
Yo, when we were shooting in China, I thought I saw a guy in an RFK shirt.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And it's just like, bro, just out here like
he's like walking his little dog at like 9 a.m.
But it's just like, it's such an intentional. It's like, if that's your candidate and he has dropped out of the race and he's obviously endorsing another person, and you're still out here, like it's such an intentional choice. It's crazy.
Look, so that was KHQ again, hosted by like
we should have gone, bro. We should have fucking gone.
We had to wake up early. I was too busy watching the terrible movie that is Rebel Ridge.
Well, okay,
2/3 of it before turning it off and going to sleep for this video. But
wait, can I not defend Rebel Ridge? I thought it was good, and then even better is, can everyone please stream Snack Shack on fucking Amazon Prime? That shit is fucking incredible, so good. Dudes rock, beautiful, love, loss, youth, just very much like Linklater vibes, bro. I loved it. It was great.
Cool.
That's it.
All right. So that's like the political, Politburo arm of New York Fashion Week. Then you have like the shows, and it feels like the shows now more than ever, at least in New York Fashion Week, because resources are so slim. Also, everything got so condensed with the US Open, which is now like the fucking fashionable culture. And we've talked about this, right? And I really think that you were a little bit like a non-believer on when I made that claim, but I think you've now seen that it is such a fucking like tied into like culture.
What's a god to a non-believer?
Huh?
I was just doing No Church in the Wild.
Okay.
Maybe if you want that to be the outro song.
No.
And it was,
you can say that, right? Like,
and it was Design Week also.
Well, but hold on, but you can say that, right? Do you now believe me that like tennis is like such a fucking like?
I did not. I don't think I'm the only person on the show that thinks Challengers was incredible.
That's not what I'm talking about. But okay. I mean, Anna Wintour has always been like a huge tennis fan, and like has always like, there's been rumors that she like kind of has scheduled New York Fashion Week stuff around like Roger Federer's like, finals play and stuff.
That sounds about right. She loves Fed. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. Oh, do you think they fucked?
No.
Okay.
Ew. Gross.
Oh.
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, I don't want to say anything mean. Have you seen Federer's wife? The mother of his children?
Yeah. Twins.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you seen her? She's beautiful.
Former, she inspired Zendaya's character in Challengers.
Oh, right. Because she's a former pro that hurt herself and then like went on to like basically, mastermind someone else's career.
What's his name? The fucking Italian pervert. He was watching her during a Fed match, and he's like, she only watches Roger, and she's so intense.
Oh, you're talking about Luca?
Yeah. She's so intense and so into it that it's like,
come on.
Okay.
That's from the movie.
What are you talking about? Oh, so that's like the political side of New York Fashion Week. Then you have like the shows, right? Which are like, for all intents and purposes, a thing for press, editors, stylists, maybe even like more important than ever, right? To kind of plan out like their clients' fits for the next year.
And then an influencer if you're paid to be there.
Right.
And when you're in the gray zone like us, where you're like not traditional press and you're not a big enough influencer to get paid, you kind of
also not enthused enough to like go to a bunch of shit that we don't want to go to.
And it really feels like there's less menswear, and there's some unisex brands, but there's definitely less like menswear focused shows than ever before. When we're almost getting to the point where, like, in a year, if you told me there wasn't a single like even medium-sized menswear show, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm also like kind of not mad at that, because then you and I can really pick and choose what we're doing, and we're not like, it's not like a packed schedule where you're like, well, I'm already out, so let me go to these 10 things.
We kind of have. It's just that like we've been so busy with like the like, for example, the video yesterday, we had to skip, at least by my count, 3 things on like the schedule. One of them, but then the thing is that, okay, so there's shows, right? But that's like a diminishing number of like actual shows and presentations.
Shrinking by the season.
And then everything else is just a fucking party or a dinner, right? And whether clothes are involved or not is kind of like beside the point.
They're usually like weirdly not involved.
They're usually not involved.
It's more about the food and the wine and getting like the cool chef or restaurant to be like, here's what I made seasonally.
And the brand vibe.
Yeah.
So like yesterday there was a show that we missed, a party that was just like a party, and then like something else that I think was a bit more of like a singular moment, but less about like the full collection.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about you, but like it feels like kind of in the strata that we occupy, it's been all parties, dinners, and brand activations.
Yeah.
Which, we've been to some of them and they're a lot of fun. And shout out Gant, shout out NO7. We're just like 2 that we went to last week. Gant, we both wore Gant.
Mm-hmm.
I took a little risk. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Oh, you're double leather.
Well, no, it's not even that, bro.
What was it was a women's jacket.
No, not even that, bro.
Oh, what was the risk?
See, I triple risked it. The casual necktie.
Oh, okay.
Which I can't remember the last time I wore a tie that wasn't just part of like a full suit.
Like to a wedding or whatever.
No. Just
at all.
Yeah, because like during suit week, I would wear ties. But I've never worn a tie without wearing a full jacket pant combination.
I feel like I'm with you, because the last time I went tie crazy was at Pity and they were all with suits.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I mean, dude, that's the one thing where like, you know me, I love fucking dressing up and I love traditional menswear, but the idea of like wearing a tie. Now, you had a jacket, right? So technically, it's not a suit.
So I had a short sleeve Gant button down. Then I had a fake leather Our Legacy tie, which when I first told you that I bought it, you laughed at me until you then saw it and you're like, oh, actually, this is sick. So it goes to show that like when it's me, you hate it, but when it's something that's presented on like a hot Scandinavian model, you love it.
No, I think it was more about like me doubting the idea of a leather tie, like
when it came from my mouth.
Just in a vacuum, and then like
the vacuum being me. Bro, when it came from me. That's fair to say.
This isn't about you, dude. This is about neckwear. Keep it pushing. Okay, so keep.
All right, and then I wanted to wear. I thought that this women's black leather jacket was kind of fire. It was like looked like a 3-button. It wasn't a blazer. It was like a coat.
There was a lapel, right?
There was a little bit of lapel up here.
Okay. It was nice.
Thanks. But when I took the jacket off one time, I did feel like a pedophile.
Oh, short sleeve. Leather tie and a short sleeve button up.
Leather tie, short sleeve, stripe button down. I felt like a fucking sex criminal working at NASA in 1965.
Yo, but at least like a cool, tasteful, sexual deviant with the like leather tie. Versus
yeah, but
like
it just was not. It was not. Also, I couldn't wear I was inside, so I wasn't wearing sunglasses. So I immediately put the women's jacket back on for the rest of the night. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts, bro.
On your fit or the idea of the casual necktie, or both?
The latter, but in the context of my fit.
Well, I liked that while they weren't like obviously matching leathers, are from 2 different brands. One's real leather and one wasn't. I thought it thematically kind of like it tied the fit together. It made the top half thematic in that you had these 2 leather, both black.
Except it didn't work, and that's why it didn't work when I took the leather jacket off.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like the short sleeve button down or button up with a tie, that's like, I mean, who does that well? That's like an ASAP Rocky thing.
It's like the dare on casual Fridays.
Yeah, right. Oh man, shout out Harrison, congrats on the new record. What were people saying? Oh, BPD sound system,
SCD sound system.
Yeah. It is a fun record. Also, I love a full length that is a half an hour long, if not shorter. That's like that's a commute. Like I want to tap in. I want to stay relevant. I want to support a friend of the show. Let me just run this shit right through. Boom. I'm at my next stop. good to go.
Yeah.
I would like to know if I actually inspired you, because when we were sent the selects to from Gant, what we could and couldn't wear to the dinner, I feel like I was the one who asked for the women's piece first and foremost, which they did not apparently have in my size, so I couldn't make it work. But I wonder if that put a little fucking, worm in your brain.
Maybe in just like unblocking that as a possibility. But
I unlocked the swag for you.
Yeah, but you clearly just wanted like the most work weary piece of like the entire offering, men's and women's. Although, gender's fluid, bro.
It is 100%. I pulled that Jenga block out, I think.
We that are voting for Kamala Harris know that gender's fluid. The other folks, on the other hand, don't bring women's shit into the men's room.
Wait, one thing we didn't even talk about is the money that was used to throw this gigantic party. That's like campaign funds, yeah? Gotta be.
I don't know.
Did the flyer have any sponsors? Is it like Bacardi?
Yeah, this whole thing is brought to you by Don Julio. No, I have no idea. Okay. No, there are no sponsors on that. Sorry. Back to what I was saying, but I don't know, whatever. I think no, because I was like, I can't read this PDF. It's shit's too small. Let me just go in the store after we record one day, and you came with me, and then we like went through some racks. I was like, I want this leather jacket.
Yeah.
And the shirt. What was I saying? What were we talking about?
Casual neckwear.
Yeah. I think it's, go for it.
I think that's one thing that I'm going to be like, I personally, like, I would, I'm not a, do as I say, not as I do type guy in the show, especially when we're talking about clothes. That's one that I don't think I'm really like, just a long sleeve shirt. Like you're going to a party and you're like, me, I'll tuck in casually all day. That's something that I do that I feel like I've caught some flack for, but I'm not going to throw a tie on without a jacket, without any type of outermost layer.
I've been seeing a lot of styling from like OL, from MF Pen, from a lot of like the Scandinavian brands where it's like then like a light knit overwards, even like even Orly.
But that's kind of like another layer, right? That's over the shirt,
but it's not a jacket, so it's like untucked shirt, tie, and then like a pullover, but kind of like show
with the
like,
shirt tails out.
Whether
on
it's
some
a V-neck,
90s shit.
Yes, whether it's a V-neck or kind of like a split neck, or just like a button up cardigan, but not like a polo cardigan, if that makes sense. I haven't seen like the grandpa cardigans at all.
Those aren't, cardigans kind of like low key. They never fall off, but I've definitely not seen, I know it's been hot, but I feel like I wonder if cardigans are going to take a backseat to like a V-neck knit because of how more 90s coded it is versus like that grandpa, elevated streetwear, because like all those brands were making cardigans.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah. So, I tried to go for it. Just curious to hear your thoughts. I guess you didn't have any.
What do you mean?
And in 07 dinner.
What do you mean? Are we just talking about it for 10 minutes?
What?
What do you mean I had no thoughts?
You're like, I must have unlocked the swag for you.
Wait, so you're saying you wore the tie for me?
No, ew.
Well, I don't know what I had thoughts.
What were they?
Oh, what we just said.
NN07. Here's what else I appreciate about NN07 is that a good dinner host breaks up couples. Did you know that?
I guess
this is the first event in I can't imagine how long that you and I have been split up. And I appreciate that because one, we fucking talk together all the time. What do we want to talk about? What's out here? Exactly.
What? Wait, what?
What?
A million things.
What?
I feel like we take more work calls than people probably have any idea about.
Yeah, but there's always, I'm talking about like socially.
Oh.
No, but a good dinner host, like when a couple comes over, you break up the couples.
Okay.
So that you can like talk to other folks.
Sure.
And not just like, just be yapping with your fucking work husband the whole time. And I appreciate that NN07 did that and kind of like, mixed up the medicine. I made some new friends that night, which is
great.
Normally not my intention or my wish.
You don't even get the real estate to try.
No, exactly. Because again, like we were sitting next to each other and I was sitting next to Stofa and we were just fucking Stove, sorry. See, great friend. We had a great conversation actually about like mostly food.
Oh, he loves food.
Hearing about like Swedish politics. He was asking about like American politics. Yeah, he's the fucking man.
What's happening in Swedish politics?
Dude, big gang shit.
Oh, yeah?
Like they're actually like, how everyone's like, oh, San Francisco's gone to fucking hell in a handbasket.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas is like disgusting. New York is like out of control. Apparently it's like kind of actually happening over there.
The sad boys are running wild.
Drain gang, a lot of gang activity, a lot of like just like people being like, yo, I want you to go to this shop and like shoot the owner's knee in the knee for like $500 on some social media platform like Telegram, whatever, and some kid will just be like, all right, done.
What?
Get the money and then just go and do it.
That's fucking scary, dude.
I think cumulatively the number of like, and there's a lot of guns now, cumulatively the number of like explosions and guns and, you know, malicious acts of violence is not that large compared to like, I don't know, Chicago, but relative to like per capita.
Yeah.
It's like 5x what it was last year or something.
That is quite the increase.
Yeah.
And frighteningly so.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Thanks for the update, Stove.
But yeah, bro, I think that, you know, if you're at a dinner, the challenge is always like, all right, who are you sitting next to?
Yeah.
Right. Maybe not so much for you. You can befriend anyone or you will befriend anyone. It doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah. I think because
could be a guy in an RFK shirt. Could be fucking.
I don't know about that.
Fellow Trump voter. But
I just ask people about themselves. That's really just my. So I would ask the RFK guy about himself, I guess.
It's like, hey man, you like whales?
What's your relationship like with living creatures?
But you made a funny comment after these two dinners where you're just like, yo, bitches love me.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said there's something about me, and I think I got to the bottom of this, but there's something about me where women love to open up.
Pause.
Pause. They love. I think because I'm very publicly like a wife guy, I'm like super non-threatening, and coupled with my just innate all-star interviewing mentality where I ask people about themselves, I like get way too much information from people, personal information.
Yeah.
Where they are like trauma dumping.
Yeah.
It's honestly fascinating and exciting.
Well, it's both like your fellow clucking hen, your big gossip.
That's true.
Which I'm like, yo, stop telling this man all your fucking shit. 'Cause like everyone's gonna know soon.
I'm not going to give out any specifics on the
But I think that you peddle in information. And I think that you also view love and you view like friendship and I think like conversation as transactional, right? So it's like, oh, I'll give you a little piece if you give me a little piece. Oh, I'll give you a little I'll give you a little breadcrumb if you give me a little
but
fucking
that's the
slice
thing,
of toast.
that I don't even have any like juicy salacious shit to like contribute, where it's like I'm just like no, I'm like I'm the perma friend zone like shoulder to not cry on, but to just like if you see me, a therapist hates to see me coming because I just have a sign right on my forehead that says trauma dump. And I'm here for it.
Dump on me.
Yeah, for real.
Treat me like Mulberry Street and take a shit all over my face.
This happens a lot. And it's funny because at the NN07 dinner where you were making new friends, which is fantastic and I'm happy for you, I kind of had a different situation where I was with like people that I know extremely well and then some people that are like even more than acquaintances. And I actually kind of didn't love it, not because of like wanting to necessarily like meet new people or get trauma dumped on, but
it's all dudes.
I was basically getting my balls busted by like a very old friend in front of some other people. Damn, where I'm like, we don't need to do this here. Those people know me.
Like, what is this? My podcast?
No, yeah, like getting criticized for the amount of carrots that I'm taking from the communal carrot dish. And this is
I have criticized you for that before.
Right, and I feel like I'm trying to get better with that, but here is my biggest beef with Fashion Week.
Literally.
And all these fucking dinners is that when it is all these shared plates, there is, and we've said it, I guess, before, there is never enough food. There is always someone that gets left out, and it sucks because then fingers start getting pointed, people leave hungry, nobody wins. And if for whatever reason, there was the fucking possibility, even just a little bit remotely, for there to be fucking make it a prefix menu, but give people their own entrees, their own courses. That would be so much better for everybody. Because you know what? I know fashion doesn't eat. Menswear eats.
I think it's a cost thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because they're making fucking half the food, which is exactly my problem.
Nah, family style's cheaper. You're just making bulk.
Yeah, but
get it from the Costco guys.
Did you get to have everything? Because we went to 2 delicious family style meals. And there were definitely specific instances where someone in like my quadrant, not because someone was being greedy, there's just not enough.
I had enough, but also I have 2 or 3 meals a day. So
I'm not even talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I'm more like just I'm out here fucking speaking for the voiceless that don't have podcasts.
I had enough. There was a moment where somebody was like up from the table when like the main came, and I was like, yo, let's leave that. Like, let's make sure Joe Schmo has his like as part of our quadrant. It's like, oh, I think we're saving this for Joe Schmo.
Standing up for
Why
the little
do you speak
guy.
Up?
I don't know. You know what? That's on me. That's on me.
You wanted some carrots, motherfucker?
They were really good. I don't even like carrots like
I don't
that.
even know if I had the carrots.
Well, there you go. You didn't even get to
Damn,
experience.
they're carrots?
They were like super fucking artisanal fucking
shit. Artisanal carrots?
They were super fucking special roasted carrots. I don't know. They were fucking good.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
With like some type of fucking yogurt sauce. I don't know. They fucking banged. And I didn't even get enough. So there you go.
Apparently, according to someone, you had too much.
Yeah, which is fucking bullshit. And I'm here to fucking contest that in a court of law.
All right, so you have the shows, we have the political activations or rallies,
family style dinners.
We have the dinners, and then we have, I want to highlight just real quick, kind of like the polar opposite of what I think is the worst kind of event and what I think is the best kind of event.
Go off.
Brands, fucking just get your notepads out. All right, I'm not going to name names for the bad one, but just generally speaking, it's like a way too crowded party where New York Fashion Week, again, in this strata is just alcoholics coming out for the free drinks, alcoholics and or broke boys.
Sure.
Right. Because like if you are fiending and putting up with like adversity for a free cocktail or two, take a step back and let's examine some things in your life.
Can I counter that real quick?
Yes.
I understand that people love a free drink. We do, our audience does, but I don't think it's people like fiending for booze. I think it's like they're fiending for booze with a certain type of crowd. Like, I think it's like this idea of like going to a party and like just standing amongst presenting interesting people with a cocktail in hand is like this fantasy that like everyone shows up for and then is disappointed by. It's not so much that they want the drug themselves.
Wait, say that again. So why do they need to have? So the fantasy is to have a drink. You're fantasizing about having a drink
with interesting people.
Why does the
versus drinking at home alone?
Whoa, okay, Jesus. But okay, so you're with the interesting people, but the drink is part of is an integral part of the fantasy.
I think so. Yeah.
So without the drink, the fantasy is null and void.
Well, we're talking about the drinkers that show up to these things, not the people getting the fucking, the NA stuff or the mocktails, because that's the thing too. There's more. I feel like now every party, it used to not be this way. And we kind of talked about this with Matt Rawbar on our Friday Fiasco, but like there all these events now also, it's not just a club soda. There's like a whole.
Bro, at the GAN event, I was letting the Gias talk.
Yeah? Oh, you weren't drinking that night. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this fantasy fucking sucks, bro. I'm going home. No,
not at the camp party. No. I think that it's not so much well, first of all, drinks in New York are very expensive. So like if it's free for sure, right?
Yes. Okay. Look, it's one thing if you can like stroll up to the bar and be like, oh, hey, can I have a drink, please? And you get the drink. It's another thing if you have to wait on an insane line, elbow your fucking way past all these other people in like, oiled up fits. You're overdressed, you're hot. You're just standing there fucking dead-eyed slack-jawed like, with the other people, right? That are also just like, oh, waiting for a drink. And then that's the entire thing is just waiting for a drink.
Yeah.
So it's that type of party where it's like the open bar is the only draw. Sure, maybe you can like converse with other people, like why then just not do that? Versus like the things where it's just like only people, it's just like 80% of your time is just like waiting for a drink.
Well, the worst kind of person is the person who they have their drink and they're still just loitering by the bar. There needs to be a process of clearing out. That's the most selfish shit. That's what I hate.
Also, all these drinks are like 7 ingredients and they're not batch making them. They're just like making them one at a time. And you're asking like, there's a line of 20 people deep and like, hey, can I have the fucking like the Kamla coconut margarita, and then you have to wait for them to like shake up a fucking margarita.
That's why you got to do your part, like I always do. You just get a beer, and then and then evacuate.
Wow, what a fucking hero!
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so there's those parties, and like I went to one, and like literally, was kind of interesting. Like it was something I was kind of interested in seeing. I walked up to the space. I don't even try to go into the event. The amount of people just on the sidewalk, I was like, all right, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
Because also like it is true. If you don't see anyone you immediately know, like I'm not gonna strike up a conversation with strangers.
No, totally. That's a little. Yeah, we're not here to make.
So there's like
friends,
the overcrowded party that is like literally just a chance for people to get fucked up. All right, so that's one thing. Then the GOAT brand activation of kind of like the U.S. Open Fashion Week, and this is I'm putting an end on Jimmy's summer of tennis, but Brain Dead that just released a few Stan Smiths, which is interesting that they're doing a Stan Smith. I think. I was like, who else? When was the last time we saw like a Stan Smith collab that kind of had like
Balenciaga, and then when they did the dirty trash ones, and then I think Adidas I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago. But
I'm saying,
but Adidas, I was going to say, is also doing their own internal kind of like high end Stan Smith push. So I think Brain Dead is like, obviously like tip of the spear
first
for
of a
that.
few.
Yeah, and
So
then that's going to be like, I think it's going to be, they're going to try to give the Stan Smith a big year, maybe because of this tennis moment. Who knows? We'll see. I don't like a Stan Smith personally.
Yeah, me neither.
But
yeah, Brain Dead. I mean, and Brain Dead has obviously done 2-3 sneakers now with Adidas.
They did the bowling shoe.
They did the bowling shoe, and I think there's one other one. But anyway, yeah, the Stan Smith, a few colorways, and it was kind of in polar. It's in stark contrast to another tennis event that shall go unnamed, where it was just like, yo, no crowds, no hype, no like content capturing. It's just like, yo, show up at these courts, and we're gonna play tennis for 2 hours. And a bunch of people came. I think some people were there just like capturing content and like. So
it was called like a tournament in name, but it wasn't actually like a bracketed competitive
I think that could have been, but it was so kind of like casual that we just like played for 2 hours. There's one moment where there were these two girlies that were very much there in like their cute little tennis skirts, capturing content. And it was like between sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And so some fellas would just jump on. We were just like hitting the ball back and forth. And like, I got pulled out wide and I hit a shot and I almost got in there. I didn't barrel into them, but like they're like this far apart. I just go, fuck. And like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We're being so annoying. And I'm like, no. Sorry. I was yelling at myself. I wasn't yelling at you. Like, haha, content. Well, got to get the content right. And I'm like,
why were people like that at a Brain Dead? Adidas? Oh, they were Adidas people or Adidas
I don't know.
Influencers?
They're actually pretty good at tennis.
Oh shit.
But look,
sorry for judging. I was prejudged them.
It was just stripped down to like, hey guys, here's the activity.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to do the thing. Not like we're going to dress it up. There's going to be a JD Vance couch. There's going to be a fucking Instagram moment. There's going to be a fucking the thing is
there's no open bar.
The thing is just drinking. I mean, I'm sure people could have brought shit if they wanted to, but it was just like, hey guys, like here's the thing. We're going to do the thing. That's it for 2 hours.
Just getting shit faced off of a flask at the Brain Dead Adidas tennis tournament.
Everyone's going to have a lot of fun. If you like to do this, you can come do this. And everyone's treated equally. Like, there were some musicians there. There were some fucking podcasters there. There were some like just Rego citizens there. There was the one funny moment. So Dev Hines was like the biggest name there, at least that I recognized. And there was a funny moment where
he's good at tennis, right?
He's pretty good. They had a big Bluetooth speaker going, just like on kind of like playlist going and good music. And a Blood Orange song came on while he's playing.
Yikes.
And so that was like pretty, and people were like, yo. Like,
do you think that he thinks that people were like, yo, Dev asked to play this?
No.
Okay, good.
No, he's like the friendliest guy. He was like getting down and dirty with the boys. He's like fucking dapping people up the same way that we all are. He's not like, he doesn't think he's anyone special. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm Dev. Or sorry, he's like, oi, what's up? I'm Div.
That was sounding Irish.
Oi, what's up? I'm Div.
It's like you're from New Zealand. Yeah, it's our new character, a Kiwi Dev Hines.
Div Cunt. Div Cunt Hines. Yeah, that was just like a funny.
Did you get to hit with Dev?
Yeah, of course. Everyone played with each other. It was just a funny moment where like that was the one time where it kind of like popped the bubble of like, yo, we're just a bunch of people that like tennis playing tennis where like we're like, oh shit, the famous musician's song is playing while he's playing.
A glitch in the simulation that was the Brain Dead fucking tenny event.
Anyway, that's kind of like the outlier of if we have the, political activist fucking Instagram shit, literally Instagram shit because Eva Chen was like hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have like the actual shows, right, which are becoming more and more, I think, closed off to like, or more and more like focused on like who the audience is. And also like, it's funny, like every year, I feel like a post goes viral where someone's like, hey, like, can I just go to Fashion Week? And people are like, well, yes.
Used to be, I think you can still do the thing and where you pay and you can go to Lincoln Center for
What's
like
at Lincoln Center.
I don't know. I have no idea, but that used to be like the thing, or it still is the thing I think you can do, or like it's like
Vogue World,
or like the top like Mercedes-Benz customers.
Yeah,
get to fucking go sit sixth row to see.
I don't think anymore. I don't think so anymore.
They got rid of that.
I don't think Mercedes-Benz is like a New York Fashion Week sponsor.
I guess not. It was Cadillac now. Like, thinking of Fashion Week of old, the one thing that I'm like, because you're right, this idea
VIP
of like
customers can go to the brand. Like if I'm Perry Ellis's number one customer,
Nautica's number one guy.
if I'm Tommy Hilfiger's number one customer, bro,
yeah, that's
I'm seeing Wu-Tang perform.
That's a big show like that has menswear that like we haven't talked about because like Ralph in the Hamptons, like that's completely off schedule. or not, excuse me, not off schedule. It's completely like not part of the official kind of like CFDA sponsored calendar, I believe, though I guess Ralph is probably fucking on the board of directors, if I had to guess. I don't know. He seems like he can't be totally divorced from American fashion, but like he's doing his thing out in the Hamptons. You might have like a Todd Snyder pop up, but like I'm not mad at there being less shows. Like generally speaking, the one thing that I feel like I don't get the opportunity to do though anymore is to just do a full on fashion week clown fit and just like hit the streets and like get street style and do that. I feel like that's not an element anymore. In
you
like,
did say, I hope I'm not putting you on blast too hard, but you were like, we were talking about stuff that we were like going through like, oh, what do we want to go to? And before our whole lives and week got blown up with like everything we're doing. But we're like, oh, we can go to this. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can definitely, I'll get street style there. Like I can wear a fit to that.
What were we talking about?
Todd Snyder.
Oh, well, yeah, and we couldn't even fucking go.
Yo, so I Googled who sponsors New York Fashion Week. The number one hit on Google.com, the monopoly, Google.com, us.fashionnetwork.com. It is from August 8th, 2015.
Yikes. Is that Mercedes-Benz?
Lexus, Maybelline, New York, Tresemme, Intel, DHL, and E Entertainment. The shows and Accenture, American Express, Lexus, Intel, Macy's, and Maybelline New York will sponsor Made Fashion Week. Remember that?
Oh, I remember Made. Yeah, I remember that for sure. That was like Milk Studios for a long time. Milk Made. That's how I remembered it.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, dude. What happened? Yo, is this good?
There's York Fashion Week.
Like in York?
I guess so.
I guess so. What about Cork Fashion Week in Ireland, dude?
Yo, York Sponsor Week associate sponsors Jorvik Radio, Lucia Wine Bar, Ray and Ray Independent Opticians, Party Octopus Experience.
Can I ask you? Okay, now you're becoming the looking up guy. Can I ask you the big question only, the 50,000 foot view thing? Do you think that we are finally truly at the point where you can say unequivocally that someone needs to put New York Fashion Week out of its misery, or for men's?
No, here I'll say this. I think that I would love to arrive at a place where you can actively and by choice be like, I'm not going to this. I don't feel like I have to go to this. I don't feel like there's any pressure. I'm under no obligation to attend any of this. I think there's too much money still. And too many clout chasers. And I mean, bro, I saw a guy in a full-on ghillie suit this morning.
Like the camouflage shit.
At 10 a.m. I saw a guy in a fucking ghillie suit. And
he wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't New York Fashion Week, right?
Yeah, so I think there's enough people that are still enthusiastic about it. And like, it's got to evolve into something else.
Well, you think that guy's like actually a participant, or is he like loitering to get like flicked?
I think that maybe the emphasis will move away from like the brand driven stuff. And I've been walking around, anytime I walk around these last half week, there's like a block party. There's a fucking, someone just set up some speakers and they're playing music outside like their store, whatever. So I think if it can go back towards that, where it's more like on the grassroots side of things and less like the Mercedes presents at the tents type shit.
Yeah.
There's a future for it, but it's certainly not going to be what you and I kind of like we're used to in, 8 years ago when we were like actually going to shows and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't say put it out of its misery, but it's like, yo, stop trying to make it what it once was and just like let it naturally, let parts of it fucking wither off and die like dead branches on a tree and let like the other shit, let that flourish, or like, how can you kind of like nourish that or water that?
Yeah. It's so crazy to me how like this time of year, like even though things are like going in an interesting direction, we'll say, that you still see like kind of cool brands like use this as a tentpole moment to like come here and like kind of be a part of it. Like I'm always surprised when it's someone that is like actually good, like comes into town and like does a thing during this shit show. But I guess it's like there's eyes and there's fucking bodies. So it's like, what are you supposed to do?
I think there's money and resources, and it's just kind of like it's just like compressed. And whether it's like because of also Design Week's happening now, there's a ton of art fairs happening because the US Open is now becoming part of like the cultural calendar. Alongside Fashion Week, like there's just like resources and bodies and like event spaces available and shit like that, where it's just like it's just anything is possible, but it's all possible this week.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's an interesting time to be in this weird little gray area that we exist in. I'll tell you that much.
What a time to be alive. Yeah, bro. I mean, if you want some fucking past apps and some some warm white
I will
wine. Like,
say-
this is your week to thrive.
To end on a positive note, I'm like so excited to meet Lev Tanju tonight.
Okay.
I want to pitch him on the pod.
Okay.
We got to run it. I mean, I know what are we 0 for 1?
With him?
Yeah, via GP. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're recounting that, but because you're a fucking gossip. That's why.
Damn, you might have got me, bro.
What do you mean I got you? That is who you are. He is who he thought he is.
Nah, I'm not a gossiper. No
Shut
way.
the fuck- It's literally your job.
Yo, by the way, did you hear about
It's literally your job. Oh, by the way, did you hear about